monarchy.
On the 8th of September 2022, thousands gathered outside Buckingham Palace in central London. There was an absolute silence when the flag was lowered to half-mast.
Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. In a statement, the palace said the Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon.
The crowd surged to the gates as the notice announcing the death of the only monarch most Britishers have ever known became public. They lamented the passing of Britain's longest-serving monarch. She died peacefully at her home at Balmoral Castle in Scotland at the age of 96. Queen Elizabeth II reigned for 70 years, 7 months and 2 days. Though her reign was frequently overshadowed by scandals involving her family, the sovereign was praised for her devotion to duty. Queen Elizabeth II's death marked the end of an era. It also snapped the link between Britain's imperial past and the modern world, a world where the royal family is now struggling to stay relevant. How long will the UK monarchy last?
Relevance is absolutely crucial to the monarchy. The big threat to the future of the House of Windsor is not mobs storming the gate. It's not revolution. It's becoming irrelevant. They understand that. You've got to, the Queen always used to say, we have to be seen to be believed. They have to play a part in national life.
Even before the Queen died, Buckingham Palace had a plan in place for the Queen's funeral. It was codenamed Operation London Bridge. The operation provided plans for services and succession.
Prince Charles Philip Arthur George is now, by the death of our late sovereign of happy memory, become our only lawful and rightful liege lord.
Upon the passing away of Queen Elizabeth II, the throne was passed to her eldest son, Charles, the former Prince of Wales. It was done without any formal ceremony, as per the laws of British succession. British law specifies that the heir to the throne becomes king or queen immediately after the death of the previous monarch, so that there is no period without a reigning king or queen. The official process of ascending the throne began on the 10th of September 2022, 2 days after the death of Queen Elizabeth II. However, the coronation of King Charles was planned for the 6th of May 2023 at Westminster Abbey, 8 months after the Queen passed away. Why is it that Charles's coronation ceremony took place months after he ascended the throne? Is there a reason? And what exactly is a coronation ceremony? Let's find out. A coronation is both the symbolic religious ceremony during which a sovereign is crowned and the physical act of placing a crown on a monarch's head.
God save the King!
It is a 1,000-year-old tradition where the Archbishop of Canterbury oversees the ceremony. The date for coronation is set several months after a monarch dies. This is to ensure appropriate time is provided for mourning. The crowning of a new monarch is meant to be a celebratory occasion, and so it would be inappropriate to hold the ceremony while mourning continues. This interval gives the planners enough time to complete the elaborate arrangements required. That is why Queen Elizabeth II also sat on the throne 16 months later on the 2nd of June 1953, even though her father King George VI died on the 6th of February 1952. King Charles's coronation formalizes the monarch's role as the head of the Church of England and marks the transfer of titles and powers. It is the first coronation the United Kingdom has seen in 70 long years. Meet Joyce Lewis. She is part of a small section of people that attended the last coronation in Britain in 1953. Back in the day, Lewis and friends camped out on the Mall, the avenue leading to Buckingham Palace, to watch the coronation procession of Queen Elizabeth II. Lewis has some vivid memories of the event.
The thing I do remember was the Queen had a bouquet, I think of probably orchids, there were white flowers, on her lap. And as she went past, these flowers were just shaking, very gently, showing what they were feeling, really, in a way. But the flowers stuck in my memory because then, of course, when she came back, she had the orb and the sceptre.
Lewis just turned 90. As someone who has witnessed the British monarchy from early on, she has pinned her hopes on King Charles.
I feel he's had a long wait for it, but I feel he's somebody who will do his best. And I think that's all a person can do. I think he's matured a lot from when he was younger. And he's, I think, grown into a very fine person and one that can be trusted to fulfill all that's required of a king in these very challenging days, far more than his mother faced, I would think.
Joyce Lewis may seem optimistic about the new monarch, but the anti-monarchist movement in Britain is also gaining momentum.
Not my king! Not my king! Not my king!
These protesters have publicly challenged King Charles's accession to the throne and the institution that he heads, holding the signboards, "Not my king." The supporters of Republic, a group founded in 1983 that campaigns for an elected head of state, believe their best chance of ending the monarchy is right now.
Down with the crown! Down with the crown! Down with the crown!
I think the monarchy's in a lot of trouble because they've lost their star player. Support is clearly going down. Interest is going down, and that's a big problem for them. So enthusiasm for the coronation is about 9%.
Just hours before King Charles's coronation, 6 demonstrators, including the leader of the anti-monarchy group Republic, Graham Smith, were arrested by the police while unloading placards near the coronation procession route in central London.
Our intention is to show that there is a Republican movement in the UK, and it is growing every single day. The trends show more and more people dislike the monarchy and want an elected head of state or no head of state or a democratic alternative to what we have now, and we're here just to show that we exist, and this is a very common belief in the UK.
Obviously most people here are here to demonstrate peacefully, and that's what I hope happens, and hopefully we get the chance to put our point of view that we should not have an unelected head of state.
According to a survey conducted by the anti-monarchy campaign group, 35% of people were against the monarchy in 2022, as opposed to 45% of people in 2023. It clearly indicates the declining support for the royal family. In fact, King Charles's coronation was scaled down with the shortest ceremony and attended by 2,000 plus guests, while the late Queen's lavish event had more than 8,000 people. Does it imply that the British monarchy is slowly becoming irrelevant in today's world?
God save the king!